Hello there everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is episode 3 of season 2 of the Ultimate Skyrim Let's Play series. We are here playing as our boy Wraithen, and we are in Kynesgrove to deliver a couple things. We have a letter to deliver, we have a weapon to deliver. I can't remember if we actually did that. But I've been thinking a lot about the direction that we should go in. And just kind of what I want to... I mean, you guys know the general framework of how I'm spending my time right now. I'm essentially working, trying to find work, trying to earn money. Money solves all problems, doesn't it? Kind of gives us options as to what we can do. And I'm thinking that right now, I've got two main priorities to spend the money on, that is. The first one is magical gear. So in the last episode, we took down... Hey, this is kind of a milestone. Someone commented on this. We took down our first thing in Skyrim. We killed our first thing, which was that wolf, which is still over there. And I like to imagine that in the past, in Wraithen's past, he has gone hunting with his parents in Hammerfell, so he is at least rudimentarily familiar with skinning a wolf and such. So I think he's going to do that because everyone knows that animal parts are worth something, and you can, you know... take the parts and sell them. So we're going to do that in a moment. I'm going to check the local general store in the hopes that they have some sort of skinning knife that's going to help us out. But anyway, we're going to collect this money, and I'm going to try to purchase some magical gear, things that are going to help our magicka regeneration, because it's not fantastic right now. And this is another little bit of backstory I feel like we can... headcanon in. I like to think that Wraithen's father, who was a Dunmer, if you guys remember, taught him some basic stuff about magic, and that's something that Wraithen has been practicing on the way over here to Skyrim, right? So I've got these very, very basic spells. I've got the 3 destruction spells, Lightning Sparks, Fire Wind, and Ice Wind, that I can use. I also have a very basic alteration spell that I can... Oh, I don't even have enough... See, to cast it with one hand, much less two. And I would like to improve that a bit and just get our magicka a little bit off the ground. I think that makes sense for Wraithen's goal of taking down the Thalmor and whatnot, because they're magical, so, you know, it wouldn't hurt to know our way around a spell or two. But in the meantime, let's just kind of focus on getting that cash.
You're welcome here. Even if you don't, you're still welcome.
Nice guy. What do we got here? We got malachite ore. Talk about a good way to earn money would be mining these guys, but unfortunately this is not our mine. We cannot freely mine these as you can in the vanilla game. So we're just going to have to make do with the jobs that we currently have. And actually, for the moment, I'm going to switch over to my dual swords, because that's where I'm most comfortable. We can put those away and just kind of... keep our weapons holstered so we don't piss off the people that we're talking to. I'm looking for... What is her name? Is this her? A stranger? Hello? Ah, here she is. I have a letter for you from Tova Shattershield of Windhelm.
Thank you. Here. This is for you.
Thank you, Gemma. So we've got our... just a little bit of a cash coming in, and I think that's actually the whole quest. I think we received an upfront payment and then payment on delivery. Let me double check that real fast. Oops, no. I'm actually on the right tab. Miscellaneous. Deliver Ganna's wooden heavy bow. Bring 1 amulet of RK. So the heavy wooden bow. Who are we supposed to deliver that again? Deliver that to again? Let me check my... Here, I'll just... so I don't have to sort through it. Deliver weapon to Kynesgrove. Oh, it's her too. Deliver a weapon. No, I don't want to discard. Wait. Ganna Uriel. Who is that we just delivered it to? Was I thinking this is the same person because they have similar names? This is...
Oh, great.
Maybe that's like her sister?
Wanderer, slumming it on your way to Windhelm.
Yikes. She did seem a little standoffish when we spoke to her a moment ago. But, you know, to each their own. I guess I can't complain, seeing as how she has to work all day in the mine. Well, you know what? I'm assuming that's like her sister or something, or her brother, given their shared last name and similar naming conventions. And if that's the case, it would stand to reason that some family member, maybe not a sibling, but whoever they are, they're probably also a mine employee. Kjell the Younger. Is this her? It is. I have a weapon for you from Norelian of Windhelm.
Thank you. This is for you.
Of course, Jana. I don't know how to pronounce that, really. Are things not going well for you, Jana? You and your sister don't seem particularly happy. Oh, it's kind of interesting. I wonder if they both sent out for these deliveries at the same time from Windhelm.
Before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred. Now we can't cut them, and we can't afford to buy another mill somewhere else. So we scrounged whatever we can from around the tundra.
I never knew that mill... She must be talking about the one down by the river. That sucks.
All right, then.
God, could you imagine working your butt off to save up enough money to open up a mill and then you can't even use it? God, that's like someone's life's work right there that's kind of going to waste. Well, I'm sorry. That does suck a lot. My condolences, I suppose. All right. Let's kind of take in the surroundings for a second. It's kind of somber, isn't it? Just imagine working in here day in, day out. Only sounds are your fellow miners just clinking away down the hall. Not exactly the safest way of making a living either. Oh, this is something I gotta say to you guys. This episode is gonna be a little bit shorter. It's not gonna hit that 45-minute mark, unfortunately, because I actually did not partition out my time well this week, and I have a plane to catch in not very... Oh, God. Why? Man, we got straight up wolf attacks. Whoa. Take it easy. What are you guys doing here? Oh, there we go. Ouch, that hurt. Where'd the other one go? There he is. Man, I'm not fast enough to catch up to him. Maybe I can just switch to my fire sparks here. Shimon. I know you're around here somewhere, my guy. Oh! Someone else is hitting him. I can hear it. Also, okay, so 1 wolf corpse, 2 wolf corpse. Protect these chickens. Where's our man here? Oh. Found him. He doesn't see me yet. Roasted. There we go. God, I still need to get used to aiming with the gamepad. Alright, not bad. Not bad for a day's work, right? We got 3 wolf corpses to skin. Huh. I want to get the, what's it called, though? Get my health restored. No need to quick restore health. Oh, because I have more than 60%. Well, okay, that's fine. I don't like being out here in the open like this, so I am going to take our wolf corpse. We're going to drag him back to town, just like we did the other one. Drag him by his rump, apparently. Poor guy, he's just looking for a meal. I can relate to that. But that's the way she goes. I like to imagine, I'm trying to put myself in Rathan's shoes at this moment, right? Just kind of thinking about where his head is at. And this must be a pretty wild few days to just touch down in Windhelm like this. He just lost his sister, so that's gotta be weighing heavy. And then, essentially, you're now thrust into the role of a commoner. You know, he's doing these menial tasks for just paltry sums. I mean, every little bit counts, of course, but not a lot of money. And when you compare that with his aristocratic upbringing, this must be quite the culture shock, we'll call it, right? But as I think it is in life, oftentimes those big jarring life events and changes are what catalyze us into bigger and better things, I suppose you could say. It's a gnarly way to think about things, but I don't know. I mean, I think most people can relate to the difficulties in their life having given them some sort of strength or experience, you know? So maybe Rathan's not quite there yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion that in time he might come to experience that himself, we'll say. All right. Hot tip. In my personal opinion, especially when playing Requiem, and especially when playing Ultimate Skyrim, it is paramount to keep your health at 100% as often as you can. I think that if you are looking or sorry, if you are wandering around without your health maximized, you are asking for trouble. Because you never know what's going to come along. Oh, what a wonderful view this is. Face full of wolf beehole. Good band name, that. But just, that's a pretty basic tip, honestly, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we've got some wolf corpses to take care of. I don't want to... In fact, you know what? I might have set it so that you can't even get at them or dress them and skin them without a hunting knife, but either way, whether that hard requirement is imposed, it's better to have a hunting knife because it's going to improve the quality
Take a look.
of what you got. ABCs for barbarians, huh? Alright, let's see. Our man here doesn't have a hunting knife. That is unfortunate. I have a sneaking suspicion as well that our man Rathan is going to take up some basic crafting, because there's just too many things that are... I think, honestly, for most characters, the basic craftsmanship perk is worth it. I don't know. There's just so many valuable things that you can make that you just would have to purchase otherwise. Alright, man. These little gold pouches and stuff scattered about, it kind of makes you wonder. One of the things that I really wanted to impose in Ultimate Skyrim was just... I think the difficulty, the general difficulty of getting up off the ground incentivizes theft, you know, which to me feels realistic. I think that, you know, if you're poor and you're desperate, you're much more likely to stoop to something like that, even if you don't want to. I think most people don't want to, especially when they first start out. But I don't know if we're quite at that point yet. Well, shit. Do I have the craftsmanship perk yet? I can't remember if I took it or not. I feel like I purchased the book. I do not, but I can take it. I just need another level in me. So maybe that'll be our priority, because if we had that, we could actually craft our own hunting knife. Well, dang. Let's go ahead and give it a shot anyway. At the very least, we'll get better at skinning things. So this is going to take a little bit of time. What time is it right now? 2:30, that's alright. Let's see what we can get from this man. Skin pelt. Really, we'd like to do all of these. Skinning without a hunting knife may degrade the spoils. Go for it. Alright, it's 4:36. Got a ruined pelt. Wonderful. What about the ingredients? Skinning without a hunting knife, of course. Now, that actually, it's questionable whether it's worth it to harvest the ingredients at this point, just even for like the time it takes, because I think butchering meat is almost always worth it. The meat, you get a pretty decent yield most of the time, and even if each individual piece is not particularly valuable, the volume of it typically makes it worth it. Also, geez. Just take that in. The low wind and like the crackling fire. Really gives you that feeling of cold, doesn't it? Alright, well, let's take a look at what ingredients we got. Oops, wrong button, sorry. Ingredients. A wolf claw. See, we got 10, and we got an animal bone, which is useful, but arguably the time that it took to put them together. I don't know, I mean, I guess we do have time on our hands. We don't have any more quests. Right? Let me double check there. Nope. We are no longer on the clock, so our time is ours to do with what we will. So I suppose it's not the end of the world, but there are more efficient ways to use our time. It does give us the experience. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get a nice drink in us, and we don't have much in the way of food. We can take these leeks and cook them, I believe. Let me... What is the... I can't remember how I've set my hotkeys. Primitive cooking is one of these. There we go. Oh, that's crafting. But I can still do this. Let me... No, this was the one that only showed up when we... That's my wheel. That's my zoom. Pardon me if I am... Oh, maybe this one. There it is. Cooked leeks. Sorry, it's been a while, actually, and I've not been playing so much off-screen. I've been doing other stuff, development stuff. Look at the weight value. Just so we're very specific, that is 0.1000000149012. Alright, so we got some cooked leeks. That's going to get us through at least tonight. Everyone's starting to gather around the fire. What time is it right now? It is the end of the workday, so it makes sense to me. Pretty decent guard presence here. God, what a beautiful sunset. Digging it. Alright, well, let's get on to the main event. Let me go ahead and eat those leeks. We're still pretty hungry. That's okay. Butcher the meat. There we go. Raw wolf meat 8. Now that kind of sucks. We'd be getting a lot more if we had a hunting knife. And you know what? Oops, sorry, bud. Let me go ahead and get that out of your way. I put these up here just because I figured this is a pretty safe spot to kind of do what we're doing here. It may, depending, I can't remember exactly how persistent these corpses will be. We can dispose of this one. Sorry. Hey, that's mine. I mean, I guess it's not mine. Man, we were right in the middle of a pathway. Excuse me, I'm gonna leave him. But it might actually be worth... Well, hopefully... Okay, it's possible this merchant's inventory will reset tomorrow. In which case we might get lucky and he'll have a hunting knife on him. Other than that, it might be worth heading back to Windhelm and seeing if we can't purchase one there. And why don't we stay the night here in Braidwood Inn? It'll be cheaper at the very least than staying the night in Windhelm, and that goes for the food as well, so we can pick up some nice meals, hopefully. We are actually in dire need of some real good meals that will affect our stamina regen and so on. Hello. Oh, excuse me, Idra.
I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business.
Oh. I would like to rent a room. Standard room is fine.
It's yours for a day.
Thank you. You can see how difficult it is to get a leg up, right? Because that 50 gold was a significant portion of one of the quests that we did.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Will do. Do you guys have a bathtub somewhere in back that I can use? That might be a nice way to spend my time before I head off to bed. Maybe in here. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, here we go. Pardon me. Just going for a quick bathe. And then I am going to ask the innkeeper about their food. Alright, sweet. And also we should get a water refill while we're here. That's only 5 gold. We can spare that. Hello. Which one of you should I speak
this
to?
is really quite a nice town when you get down to it. Just look at the view.
To be fair, she's right about that. That view is pretty spectacular.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Alright. What do we have here? Why don't we sort by value? Other way. Is it... There we go. We can see what kind of... Oh. Ugh, we can't eat that. We don't have a strong stomach, unfortunately. Milk is always nice. 1200 seconds is not tremendously long, but it is something. Let's see what else we got. Boar leek stew. Cabbage soup. Oh, well, I do believe the cabbage soup... And you know what? I'm going to purchase that because that's magicka regen. We could use that. Oh, also, you know what? We might actually just want to cook some of the wolf meat that we got. That would be smart, I'd say. Carry weight increase. That is nice as well, but we don't need it at the moment. Wow, is the milk? Here we go. Goat and potato stew. Let's get... Oh, here we go. This is what we're looking for. And we don't want to purchase
Yeah.
Now, these are the meals that you're going to want to use for when you're adventuring. This is another ultimate Skyrim hot tip, so to speak. You should always have some sort of stamina enhancing meal active. Excuse me while I get my water. Delicious. Important to stay hydrated. You should always have some sort of stamina enhancing meal active whenever you're adventuring, or even just in a small town or village like this. It's not a bad idea, because as we've found, it's not quite as safe as cities and towns that have walls. So you always want that stamina to be boosted, your stamina regen rate specifically. I think we're okay for now, because also the food will go bad if we just overly stockpile on it. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and primitive cook, and we're going to make some wolf meat. Now we want to sell some of this, so maybe we'll just do that, and then, oops, sorry, I equip. Idra, can I also get a refill of water?
Of course.
Thank you. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Until next time.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, take 2 drinks of water, and then we can eat one of these cooked wolf meats. That way we're not wasting one of our more valuable food items, and we are good to go. Now, next question. What time is it? It is 9:38. Maybe we can get a game in before we go to bed.
Not my problem.
Sorry, Eric. Doesn't have enough money to play. What about, was this Gemma?
Wouldn't even be here if it weren't for my idiots.
Yeah, clearly they are having a good time here in
Not
Kynesgrove.
my problem.
Gemma is not gonna gamble with me. I mean, I get it, times are tough. And this is a child. I don't want to gamble with her. What about you, Idra? Do I even have the option to play
Well,
games
this
with
is
you?
really quite a nice town when you get down to it.
I'd like to
Just look at
play
the view.
something.
A little coin always.
There we
greases
go.
the wheels.
We can... Oh, the Daedra's Challenge. This game is questionable for me. I'll show you guys what it is. It's one of the games I've actually considered removing, just because I feel like it's a little unbalanced, especially in terms of the rewards. You'll see what I mean. It's also just entirely luck-based. Or wait, I think you have to answer questions at some point. It's kind of like a weird mixture of Candyland and Chutes and Ladders. So we're just going to let it keep going. I believe her piece is the purple one. So there's ours. We just narrowly missed the skull. Oh man, she is pulling way ahead. That is a fantastic roll that she just got. That's a 7. Just kind of let it play out. I do need to make these cells a little lighter. Oh yeah, so when you land on a skull, it asks you a question. Excuse me, a question. And you have to answer it correctly or risk either losing spaces or losing all the spaces. But the questions are pretty basic. Oh my god, that roll sucked. We can only hope that she lands on one of the skulls and answers incorrectly. We've been getting pretty lucky there. Or she can land on those arrow spots and end up sliding back to the previous track. All right, come on, come on, come on. 1 and 3. That actually, oh, she's sliding back. There she goes. All right, now we're doing okay. Knock on wood. Ooh, whoa, thread the needle. Okay, you know what? This game's actually being pretty fun. Even just the random element of the die roll. Maybe I spoke too soon because I'm actually having a good time here. Okay, no 2. Just can't get a 2. No snake eyes. All right, we're good. I think we win. Nice. So yeah, we got 2 lottery tickets. This is the issue here, right?
Welcome.
Is
Let me
that
know if you want
if
me.
I speak with her,
I hope you'll stay for a bit. We
the
can
lottery, I
certainly
have a
use
winning
the
ticket.
vision.
Can I have my
Of
prize?
course.
What do we get? Okay, that's pretty decent. But some of these items in the prize pool can be very valuable, a little too valuable. It's something that I need to
Of course.
address. Moonstone ore. Hey, this is pretty good. Not bad, not bad. I'm glad we stopped to play some games. All right, what time is it now? 10:11. You know, another thing that would be good for us to do is, if we can find them, pick up a skill book to study. Jeez, this is a nice room. All right, let's see here. 10:13, 12 hours. I'm terrible at math, so this is how I always figure out how long we'll be sleeping or what time we'll wake up. It'll be 10:13 a.m. There's 9, 8. We can wake up at 7, nice and early. Early-ish. That's actually not that early, but something. God, I wish I could get that much sleep in a night. Evasion increased to 8. What else do we have? I awaken feeling well rested. Speech increased to 6. Not bad. We're still a ways away from leveling up, which is unfortunate, but expected. Oh, Froa. What is her deal? I don't want to wake her up. I'm just going to let her sleep, but I wonder if they look after her here, or maybe those are her parents, the innkeepers. Cooking breakfast there, Idra? Okay, well, let's go ahead and cook some more stuff. Cooked wolf meat. Sure. And then one more. Oops. And we'll go cooked wolf. Oh, I still had one. Ah, dang it. Well, there we go. Let me go ahead and get another water refill.
I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business.
Actually, you know what? Before I do that,
All right, then.
I can, well, honestly, I was going to say that I could go and refill it myself at the river, but going that far into the quote-unquote wilderness actually does scare me quite a bit. Let's do this. We are going to have a drink, so that way we've maximized
Really
the
quite a
use
nice
of
town
our
when you get down to it.
water
Just
skin.
look at the view. Of course.
Please, can I get a refill? And then, let's do this. So I'm at 27 minutes approximately, so I only got a couple minutes
Till
left.
next time.
What I'm going to do is, oh, it's dark in this corner. I'm going to pop into the general store might not be open yet. Well, we might have to wait an hour. But I'm going to check that general store to see if we've got a hunting knife maybe now in stock. That would be cool. Ooh. Nice foggy morning here in Kynesgrove. Oh, dragon's tongue. Just pick up these ingredients, anything we can that has value. Someone mentioned in the last video that they were unsure if we could justify from a role-playing perspective that Rathan would pick up the ingredients. I like to think that he would. I think it's important to remember that Rathan is very educated as far as a person can be in Tamriel, and I think that he's definitely smart enough to know that pretty much any standard, or non-standard rather, flora is worth something to someone, even if it's not that much, right? Because as we know, what is the famous line in the basic alchemy guide that's so popular in Tamriel is there are very few... Oh, whoops. I guess he's not opening it. He's cooking breakfast. I'm rudely interrupting. We'll wait an hour. Here we go. Jurgen,
Aye.
are you open yet?
Aye.
Maybe I have to leave and then come back. Maybe he opens at 9. Pardon me. How inconsiderate. But I like to think that Rathan would capitalize on such an opportunity. We are still in the collect and sell everything phase of his journey, I'd say. These foggy days are very atmospheric. I think they're very cool. They are also kind of a threat. One of my favorite things about snowfall weathers, which is what we use in Ultimate Skyrim, and this is, when I found out it had this feature, I just flipped out because I've been looking for this forever. But true volumetric weathers, and by that I mean things like fog and snow that actually become thicker over distance, right? Instead of tricking the player by having it all float in front of your eyes, so to speak. I wanted that so badly because it's just so... Not only is it so atmospheric, but it creates an actual gameplay consequence where you think twice about adventuring on those days, right? Because you literally cannot see as far as you could on a clear day. I think that's really cool. Now, it doesn't look like he's replenished his... This is still the same stock as yesterday, but while we're here, let's go ahead and just take a look at what he has. We could always use some, you know, this would be nice, but, well, actually not these ones specifically. We don't need conjuration. Just getting some regeneration here. Magicka regenerates 200% faster. That's decent, but I don't know if I want to give up our entire light armor situation to do it. It would also reduce our Magicka costs, so it's a worthwhile consideration, but I'm just not confident enough yet in our survivability to do that. So, plus, I mean, you know, spending $600, we're just under what we came here with to Skyrim. So, oh, a healing poultice would be nice, but 88, that's a lot. See, same thing. I'd rather just make this stuff myself. Nothing really all that fantastic in terms of skill books. Got some decent pelts. Well, here. Let's sell off our... What did we get? All right, here, Blue Mountain. Actually, you know what? Well, if we're going to head back into Windhelm, I'm going to hold off on selling these things. I don't know why that date keeps appearing in the top left. 9 o'clock. Oh, and it appears to be that time. So once again, I apologize for the short episode. I promise next week we'll be back to the 45 minutes that I promised you guys. I appreciate your patience in that regard. And in the next episode, I'm going to head back to Windhelm. We'll see if we can pick up any more work. We'll see if we can pick up a hunting knife and just look at the rest of our options and continue off on Wraithen's adventure. So thank you guys very much for joining me as per usual. It really means the world to me, and I will see you in the next one.